I think we just left off on Rose not being able to mentally get over that hurdle, and this kind of being a prime opportunity for her to just solidify herself as a champion in this division, getting rid of the person that beat her for the championship before. And, it just was, I guess, sad not to see it happen.
Yes, it was. It was pretty. It was just really frustrating because, like, from round at least 2, it kind of just showed that she could have honestly just attacked unabashedly, like without consequence.
Yeah,
like could have honestly just kept chipping at her consistently without worrying about
anything.
Carla throwing anything, and her takedown defense was really good.
Her movement was good too. Like, she's floating across the octagon. Just when I seen her like kind of using that momentum to pump out the jab, I'm like, yes, like you could do that all day. You do that
literally all day. I don't. It had to be mental. I don't know if they wanted her to counter off certain techniques.
It definitely seemed like that was the case, but it's just like at some point, and let's go ahead and get into the corner work of Trevor Whitman and Pat Barry. But in Pat just recently, let me just go ahead and get this out. Pat recently had an interview with Ariel Juanes saying she stuck to the game plan, and obviously people were confused.
What it was.
Yeah, correct. What it was. And most game plans have contingencies, have adaptations that need to be made, and none were being made. And it seemed like parts of the corner were happy with the performance that was put on. And it's just like, as a corner, like if you were in Rose's corner, obviously you got a unique position. What do you think should have been said that wasn't?
I think there's a habit of like trying to keep the morale of your fighter high. So a lot of coaches tend to tell them generally that they're doing well on a round, or if they want a round or something, or maybe the coaches actually believe that they do.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of coaches seem to have a habit of doing so, and I believe we've seen it here. I do think that it seemed that Trevor Whitman was like taking a back seat.
It did seem like that
for Pat, and like, no offense to Pat, but he is not Coach of the Year.
Yes,
that is not the Coach of the Year winner. It seems that Trevor Whitman was like, I don't know, in the middle rounds, it seemed that Trevor Whitman was trying to possibly like tell Rose like, oh, maybe you should like pick it up, like, just a little bit. And after Pat gave his like kind of like, you gotta believe and achieve kind of speeches to her, I feel like that was kind of clutter, like just
she had to block everything out, like
literally everything.
Mm-hmm.
Literally everything. And it like just those conflicting just, man, it's
what do you think about, I mean,
envy.
This is I mean, this might be a spicy topic because there has been more than one significant other cornering their significant other. I mean, it has worked, it hasn't worked. Do you think that that's just like treading on thin ice, so to speak, just because it's your significant other? Like, maybe you can tell the hard advice, because I think I seen Brian Ortega in Tracy's corner earlier in the night, but I don't know that he was the main voice speaking to her. So like, I don't know. I just think Trevor Whitman is the guy. It was odd seeing him take a back seat, man.
Man, like it's just the like having significant others, whether it be husband and wife, father and son, daughter, mother, and every variation in between. It just seems so difficult because there's going to be some form of like inherent bias
Right.
into, you know, into it. Of course, like with you know, you have like Teofimo Lopez and his father,
Mm-hmm.
and like him being slammed for, you know, like pretty weird advice that he was giving in his last match.
Yeah,
It just comes off. It generally comes off as like like I don't know, just this little bias of the relationship you have with them. Like you're either too harsh or not harsh, or you know, or like too soft on them. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's weird. The dynamics get weird because I mean, technically, I mean, this is your kid, like, or your significant other. You're around
Wife
them
or
all the time,
husband.
you know. Like you, if there's anybody you communicate well with, it would be them. But
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think it's just a tight line to walk. I mean, AJ McKee and his dad, you know, like, I mean, Floyd Mayweather and his dad. Like, I mean, there's tons of situations where it works out. But it's just, yeah, it's a difficult thing, man. And I appreciate it when it goes well, and it makes me curious when it doesn't go well, like in these situations. And I just obviously want the best for the fighter always, and don't want like their parents to, you know, I guess parents, significant others to prevent that success.